Hey everybody, it's Rich 220 Automotive Restorations. I was just watching Dan from DD Speed Shop, him with the engine problems and everything else. I myself had a major failure with my 57 Chevy. Apparently, one of the head gaskets didn't take on the passenger side in the rear up against the firewall. Seems like the driver's side is fine, and I was going to give up and just pack it in and wait till the spring, you know, and then possibly get at it again. But I actually went to the auto parts store and I got the voltage reducer so that way I don't have the ignition frying up on me. And before everything else went, I went and got the oil pan gasket with the two main seals front and back for the oil pan. And I was really not looking forward to having to do this again, but I got to tear the engine apart once again, seeing since the head gasket didn't take, and I have to redo it again. So this is what I did, folks. We got another head gasket kit. Okay, so I'm gonna redo it again because I do know that the car runs. I've got a lot of extra parts here. I've got these over here. I have a spare set of intake manifold gaskets. And what else we got? I got stuff that I don't need because this car was not machined to have these things. But these are seals. These are intake seals, not exhaust. Okay, you can see the difference in color. They're actually black, but at some point when you actually put them right up to a light, they look like they're blue. But those are intake seals. And just to clear up anybody from being confused, these clear ones here are your exhaust. Okay? And there's a little tiny, I don't know if you can see that in the camera, there's little black rings right there. Those go on these. See these valves? They go right up on the end there. So all the parts for this are going to go over here. Let's see. What else was it? Yeah, so I still have some exhaust valves. And I have, I believe, one intake valve left out of the three that I have right here. And the other ones are the bent ones. These both say GM on them. They're stamped right on the other side. You can't see it, but the camera's not all that good. Let's see here. Yeah, I have radios that I work on too. There's one there. Here's one of the volume controls, for this one here. And then, buttons and stuff like that for that radio. But in the meantime, I also have other parts for the 57, the exhaust manifold gaskets, which will go up here with the other stuff. Let's see, there's nothing on that shelf. And then this looks like another rear main. That goes on up here. And then, what else we got? Oh yeah, just a random packet of gaskets, Looks like thermostat housing. Some kind of exhaust manifold gaskets. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's extra that, I don't need because I actually have it now. Oh, and I don't know if anybody needs them or not, but I don't know if you could see them either, but if you look back here, those are the side fins for a 57 Chevy, two-door. If anybody needs a set of them, they're like $150 for the set. Leave a comment down below. I think that's about it, really. I did start up the car. I do have a video of it, but there was some points in the video where I actually put the camera down so that I could do things, and you could hear me talking in the background, but I just didn't think the video was worthy enough of being put on YouTube, so I didn't bother. Anyway, like I said, even though it's a head gasket, I got to change the oil again, drop the oil pan, take the head off, put another gasket on. That's hot rodding. I'm not gonna give up just because something doesn't work right. I have very little patience for it, but I'm not giving up. And yes, I'm older than Dan by quite a few years. I think he's in his 30s. I'm in my 50s. And the difference between him and I is he has a shop. I don't. He has youth working for him. I don't. He's thin. I'm not. He hasn't had a heart attack. I have. He doesn't have a stent in his arteries. I do. And, he's not overweight, so he doesn't have a problem getting up underneath the car, which I am. But I still get up underneath it anyway because I don't give up. I'm very stubborn. I guess you could call that the Aries in me. But in any event, that's where we stand at right now. It's like, the middle of October right now. So, just a heads up, I haven't given up. And, ultimately we're going to get this car going. It's going to drive, and I'm going to move it back and forth. But sometimes you can't help it. When you get an epic fail, that's just part of it, Sometimes the gaskets don't go on right, and sometimes they buckle, even though they're supposed to be like a certain set point. Like there's these little bumps that stick up on the blockhead where the actual head gaskets lock into. And sometimes when you put the heads on, because they're so heavy, they're cast iron, it shifts and scuffs up the head gaskets, so that way it winds up leaking. Things happen. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Tell your friends and subscribe. We're not done yet, and I don't plan on giving up anytime soon. So we'll see you in the next one, folks. Bye.